father's legs. The boy gaped at the work of his words, his dead nanny lying among the dishevelled blocks and train cars, with a sickly sweet pool of lavender seeping into the floor. His eyes brimming with unshed tears, he turned to look up at his father. Luke's father chuckled. "Did I ever tell you about a boy named Peter Pan? He killed people too, but he didn't cry about it." He patted his son on the head and led him out of the nursery. Part 1. It takes 2 people to make you and 1 people to die. That's how the world is going to end. William Faulkner, As I Lay Dying. Chapter 1. "A dream for a dream," the old woman said to Mouse, as the wails of the dingoes rose up from the dry riverbed below. Mouse knelt on an outcropping in the hills above. The day's warmth, which was still trapped in the stone, seeped into her bared skin. She looked out over the wide Australian outback. The sun had sunk below the edge of the world, leaving only the thinnest line of light, like a last gasp, blood-red along the horizon. "Are you ready, little one?" Nara asked. Mouse looked up into the old woman's round face, chiselled with lines, and nodded. "I am ready." "Sisters, come." Nara motioned with her hands, and a group of Martu women stepped out of the shadows cast by the fire at the side of the outcropping. Their bodies painted with bone-white dots, they looked like skeletons with gaping mouths. They encircled Mouse, each of them laying hands on her, touching her head or back or arms in blessing, a community of women giving her strength for what was to come. Not long ago, Mouse would have shunned such contact, but love changed a person, even someone who'd lived as long as Mouse. So did dying. Nara took Mouse's face gently between her calloused hands and drew her fingers across her forehead, leaving behind streaks of white and black paint. The women started to dance, the gentle slaps of their feet on the stone beating out a hypnotic rhythm. "Give us your dream and we show you ours," Nara said. "Something that was and is, something that will be." Mouse sat back against her heels, a thrill of anticipation running through her. The women's ceremonies were intimate and private, closed even to the Martu men. To be invited to join was like being asked to be part of the family. Mouse had always longed for a family. But Nara wasn't asking for any normal dream. For the Martu, the dreaming, or what they called the Jukirpa, was truth, the secrets of the gods and the ancestors wrapped up in stories. These stories didn't just tell what once was. Sometimes the stories showed the dreamer what was coming. Nara was asking Mouse to tell them a story that gave away a secret. Mouse wasn't used to sharing such private details with anyone because her secrets, her truths, were dangerous. "It will be well," Nara whispered to her as she painted lines down Mouse's neck and then thrust them across her collarbone and around her breasts. "Do not be afraid." Mouse took in a deep breath filled with the sweet scent of an herb the women had put on the fire. She would have to be careful to give Nara what she wanted, but not give away too much. She nodded to herself as she settled on the story she would tell, one that would give the women the truth they most needed to hear. She closed her eyes and surrendered to the beat of the women dancing and to the song of the dingoes and the patterns Nara continued to paint on her naked body. And Mouse let a dream come. "I am a little girl," she said. Her voice sounded far away, like an echo calling back. "I am walking in the Mary Garden with Father Lucas. He is a wise man. He loves me." She smiled as the image came to her, more memory than dream, just as she intended. "We are alone because the others are afraid of me." Mouse's smile slipped as she carefully turned her thoughts. "Father Lucas and I are talking about a book, and I'm not watching the path. I fall and cut my leg on a rock. The sharp edge of it slices me to the bone. I bleed. Father Lucas pulls me to him and tears a bit of cloth from his habit, then presses it against my wound." Mouse had an unnatural and perfect recall, a consequence of being her father's daughter. She never forgot anything. She remembered exactly what had happened all those years ago with Father Lucas, which